Hello, fellow equestrians. Today you all requested that I do a voiceover with a video from one of my off-property jump schools with Owen. So here you go. I'm going to talk you through my lesson. So right now I'm just warming him up. As you can tell, he's very hyper and he knows what's going to happen. He gets very excited when he knows we're going to jump. So yeah, I just have a nice normal warm-up and then I end by letting him stretch down and then reward him with a walk because he kind of gets excited when he stretches. So yes, lots of pats for the good pony. So now we're going to head up to the jumper ring and just warm up over a couple of little cross rails and kind of see how he's feeling that day. He warmed up really well today, but he is a horse where he kind of works himself up and gets very hyper. And as you all know, he kind of likes to flip his head because he's excited. I promise it's not pain. He's a very forward horse and will flip his head when I try to not let him run to the fences. Currently, we're working on letting him know that I'm not going to yank on his face to slow him down, because that's kind of why he gets running, because he's kind of nervous that I'm going to pull on his mouth. So as you can see, I release my hands when we go over the jump, but to the jump I'm giving him light pulls to keep him collected and at a good pace and able to get him to the fences properly. But when we get to the jump and on the landing, I release my reins. So as you guys can all see, he starts off pretty calm and not rushing. He's gotten very good at not running at the fences, but he likes to run after them. He gets very resistive when I ask him to go turn to the next fence because he just kind of wants to run. And here he kind of drifted to the left, but we got straightened out. We haven't been doing a ton of work on lines, mostly single fences, and so this was all kind of new to him seeing all this for the first time with us in a while. So he was kind of blown away by it. As you can tell, he was very excited to be jumping a jumper course. But after the jumps, he comes back to me nicely and we can get a really good, nice approach to the fence most of the time. But he is a very hyper horse and very hard in my hands, but he's gotten so much better. So right now my trainer's just given me a bunch of different courses and we're going to go around and do a couple and then pick out a few things that we need to fix. As you can see, I kind of like to ride too far back in my saddle and stick my lower leg forward because he's so inconsistent, and I like to ride him defensively as his past, he's kind of likes to leap a lot and sometimes buck. So I'm kind of working to get over that. I'm not riding my best in this schooling, but you live and you learn. So we're just kind of going over things quite a few times, and now we're going to jump a line or jump a fence or two and then ask him to halt, just to get him listening to me and also not expecting to just jump and jump and jump and jump and jump. As you can see, he stops very nicely. Of course, he's resisting and flipping his head because he doesn't want to stop, but he's a very good listener. And now we're going to jump again and stop. And a little pat and a good boy to relax him. And yeah, so a lot of those are very helpful for him. And now we're moving down to the hunter ring to jump a few hunter jumps and hunter courses. And he did really nice. He tends to jump the hunter jumps much harder because the courses are kind of straightforward and it can get him very excited. Not too many turns, lots of straight lines. So I'm gonna ask him to stop here again because I felt him kind of get ready to take me away with him. So we're gonna stop, and then this is what Owen does sometimes. Sometimes he just is too excited to walk, and so he does this little Western pleasure jog. And, you know, it didn't help that his friends were all over here and he wanted to go back to them. But, you know, sometimes he does this, sometimes he doesn't, depends on the day. And then, you know, there I go, making fun of his weird little Western pleasure trot. Blech. And here we go again. He was jumping very nicely considering the ring was pretty sloppy. But, oh yeah, look at that nice jump. Go, Owen! And he starts, as you can see, he kind of starts to lose his form over the jumps as he just is working himself up and getting more and more excited. So we're kind of trying to dial him back, and right there I asked for a little chip stride, and he did it. He wasn't very happy about it, but he did it. And there's a lead change. I don't ask him for lead changes very often, just because they tend to hype him up even more. Haha, everything hypes up my horse. But, so right now with him, we're kind of just, you know, working on getting him relaxed while jumping and letting him know that I'm not going to rip his mouth open. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know if it was very informative or not, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all on my next video. Bye!